The sun was setting on the once bustling city, casting a warm golden glow over the abandoned mall that stood at its heart. The group of friends had been planning this adventure for weeks, eager to explore the mysterious building that had been left untouched for years. As they approached the entrance, they were met with a sense of foreboding. The once grand doors were now rusted and covered in graffiti, a stark contrast to the pristine white marble floors that stretched out before them. "Wow, this place is huge!" exclaimed Jake, the group's self-proclaimed leader. "I can't believe it's been abandoned for so long." The others nodded in agreement, their eyes taking in the vast space that lay ahead of them. The mall was like a maze, with different wings and levels branching off in all directions. It was clear that this had once been a popular spot for shoppers, with rows of storefronts and escalators leading up to a second floor. "Let's split up and explore," suggested Sarah, the adventurous one of the group. "We can cover more ground that way." They all agreed and set off in different directions, each taking in the sights and sounds of the abandoned mall. As they walked, they couldn't help but notice the eerie silence that hung in the air. The only sound came from their own footsteps echoing off the walls. The group made their way through the first level, marveling at the remnants of a forgotten time. Storefronts were still intact, their windows covered in dust and cobwebs. Mannequins stood frozen in time, their once fashionable clothes now outdated and faded. As they made their way up to the second floor, they came across a large open area that had once been a food court. Tables and chairs were scattered haphazardly, as if the patrons had left in a hurry. The group couldn't help but wonder what had caused the sudden abandonment of this once bustling place. As they continued their exploration, they stumbled upon an old movie theater. The marquee still proudly displayed the titles of long-forgotten films, and the group couldn't resist the temptation to step inside. The seats were worn and torn, but the screen and projector were still in working condition. They decided to take a break and watch a movie, enjoying the rare opportunity to have a private screening in an abandoned mall. After the movie, they made their way to the third level, which seemed to be the most neglected part of the mall. The walls were peeling, and the floors were cracked, giving the area a haunted feel. But the group pushed on, determined to see every inch of the abandoned building. As they reached the end of the third level, they came across a door that seemed to lead to a hidden area. With a collective shrug, they opened the door and were met with a surprising sight. The room was filled with rows of old arcade games, their screens still glowing and tempting them to play. Excitedly, they each picked a game and spent the next hour reliving their childhood memories. The laughter and cheers echoed through the abandoned mall, filling it with life once again. As the night wore on, the group made their way back to the entrance, feeling satisfied with their adventure. They sat outside the mall, talking and reminiscing about the memories they had made that day. "It's a shame this place is abandoned," said Emily, the sentimental one of the group. "It still has so much potential." The others nodded in agreement, and they all took a moment to appreciate the beauty of the abandoned mall in the warm glow of the setting sun. They made a pact to come back and explore it again, hoping to uncover more secrets and hidden gems within its walls. As they left, they couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness for the abandoned mall. It was a reminder that nothing is permanent, and even the most grand and bustling places can one day be forgotten. But for that one day, the group had brought life back to the abandoned mall, and it would forever hold a special place in their hearts. Yay, the end. Oh right, yeah, I have to do this stuff now. Like, comment and subscribe. And please watch my other videos and comment ideas on stories.